All right, so this is a video recording of a clearing that I just experienced. I'm calling it a clearing. Do with that what you will. I just performed a mental break on myself, and I was inspired to. I'd have to go back, but the middle of the story was. The middle of the story is that. The middle of the story is that. Man, I held on to this story for the longest time, and now it is slipping into the future. I was inspired to look into the mirror on the wall that is in my mother's house. I'm going to take you to it right now. Oh, I was thinking to myself, yes, here it is. I'm going to reenact it. This is a reenactment. Travel, you are a brilliant mind. I put my keys here, and as I'm walking away, okay, first of all, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to say right now is this. Everything that I'm going to say after this point is both recapitulation, reenactment. That is, this happened and I said this and this and this and this and this. But it's also going to be commentary, so just follow along, okay? This is what happened. Travel, you have an infinite intelligence within you. You are an amazing mind. And I put my keys down. And as I'm walking away, I'm pointing to myself to say, remember where you put your keys. And then I come over here and I say to myself again, you are a brilliant mind. And as I said that, I looked over there and I thought, I'm going to go tell myself that I think I'm brilliant. So this is what I did. Travel, you are a very special little boy. You're very special. You have quite the imagination, don't you? You're very intelligent, Travel. You're very intelligent. You think of things and you solve problems and you imagine things that don't happen and you want to make them happen, and sometimes they do happen. And you made it happen. That's because you are a brilliant mind, Travel. Travel, when you are very small and you come across pornography for the very first time, you need to tell your mommy, Travel. Tell your mommy right away. She loves you. She loves you. I don't know when that happens, Travel, but when it does, wherever you find that magazine, wherever you find that dirty newspaper, wherever you find whatever it is you found that triggered your hormones for the very first time, Travel, for the very first time, Travel, that just happened. When you found pornography for the very first time, Travel back through your life, Travel, to find that day. And when you find that day, you'll know whence that demon came. And therefore, the demon can be dealt with appropriately. But we're never going to have to deal with that again, are we, Travel? Because as soon as you find that pornographic magazine, or first time you see it up on your uncle's wall in his garage, just naked, blonde, red, dark, shaved, you go tell your mommy, Mommy, I see pictures of naked ladies. I saw pictures of naked ladies, Mommy, and I liked it. I liked to see it. And something weird happened too. My pee-pee got hard. Why did that happen, Mommy? If you tell your mommy, she will not be mad at you. She will not be mad at you, Travel. Your mommy loves you, and she wants you to be clear. She wants you to be sober-minded. And pornography does not produce sobriety. Does it, Treble? No, it does not. Pornography does not produce sober-mindedness. And then, upon turning, I had the awareness of a nightmare that I had when I was very, very small, living in a particular house in Oxnard, California. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was just a block away from the hospital where I was born. And I got to wrap this up because I have an appointment, so don't even take your shoes off, dude. Okay, so I got to wrap this up because I have an appointment. I have an appointment. I'm trying to put my shoe on, my sandal rather. All right. So when I was saying find that day when you, the first time you find pornography, I don't know when it was, but I now know when it was aroundish, because I had the flashback memory of a nightmare that I've had, or a memory that I've had that's been translated into a nightmare where I was very, very small, 4 years old, 5 years old, I don't know. 5 years old, 6 years old. I'd have to ask my mom, and I think I did ask her how old was I when we lived at Magnolia Street, and I think she said 4 to 6, maybe something around there. Anyway, I have a nightmare of being in that house, and it's just pitch silent. Pitch silent. As dark as you can go in silence, that's how silent it was, and it was angry. It was angry. The house was empty. It was just me, and I was in the existence of anger. I was in the existence of the expression of everything that's anger, but you can't hear it, you can't see it, but you can feel it. And it just penetrates. That's cinema. That's cinema. And that is in my mind. So now I'm thinking to myself, I was just exercising the demon of pornography, and that association to the house came up. That can't not be coincidence. So now I have an association of perhaps when I was so small at 4, 5, 6 years old, I see pornography for the first time. A little child is so innocent and doesn't even think anything of it, right? But when I was 8, I remember it being when I was 8. Look at this dog. Get it on. Go, bear. Go, little Arthur. Go, Arthur. Get it. Scratch that back. All right. Right? You hear what I'm saying? I triggered a memory so that when I'm 8 years old and I find the pornography that I'm associating with this house, I found pornography in this house. Right? And at 8, I didn't want to tell anybody. But when I was 4, I didn't know any better. I just saw naked people or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just saying. But like if I were 4 or 5 or 6 years old, I might have been more precocious and said, "Hey, mommy, why do I like? What's this magazine? Why don't these people have clothes on? Why doesn't this woman have clothes on?" Right? And then my mother would then have an awareness of pornography in the house. And she's like, "Oh my God, I don't like," okay, think about this, Mom. Mom. This will be in your memory, Mom. The way you feel about your husband or your boyfriend to be your husband, the way you feel when he looks at pornography, do you want your son to grow up to be that man? Because that's what happens, Mom. That's what happens because you didn't speak up and you didn't say, "Get out of my home." And if you want back into this home, you will never, ever, 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 ever expose my son to that trash. that filth, that putrescence. Boo! 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 Mom, love me enough to be the man of the house and tell that man to get rid of it and protect me from any exposure to pornography ever. And travel, the minute you come across pornography, every single time, the minute, you're an alcoholic, dude. You're an alcoholic, man. The minute you think about taking a drink, you call your sponsor. Call your sponsor. Call someone. I just found porn. I just found porn. Come and get it. Take it away. 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 Take it away now. Right? Where is my stick? Yep. 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 Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time. There's a kiss for you. It's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say good night, sweetheart. Good night.